Enough is enough. Am I right, people? How do we come to the realization that enough is enough? What needs to happen in our life for something to change? What is the tipping point? That's what we're going to talk about today.
When love comes in, ooh, la, la, la.
Welcome back, everyone. I'm Alice and you're watching on LeLifestyle. Today's video is going to be about change. What needs to happen, or what changes do we need to confront and make in our life? I want to talk about 3 main points that drive change or push us towards change. 1. What things, internal or external, that we do throughout our life get us to the point where we say enough's enough? 2. How do we know that we've reached the tipping point and finally say enough is enough? And 3, what do you need to do to create real change in your life? When I was thinking about what to talk to you guys about this week, I was really inspired by the current events happening in the world right now. So we have Black Lives Movement, we had the Me Too movement not too long ago. It is Pride Month after all. And also drawing from my own culture in Armenia, not too long ago there was the Velvet Revolution, where the population just basically stood up and said we need a government change. So all these people are trying to make real change in the world, which is super inspiring, and they're like demanding for their voices to be heard. It's super inspiring to see, so why not reflect on it for ourselves and in our own lives? Coming to the first question, where what things, internal, external, that have to happen throughout our lives for us to finally say enough is enough? And there are 3 categories basically of influences in our life. First off, being our parents. Our parents are a major influence on our mindset. They'll say, get a real job, like a 9 to 5, go to college, go to university, be more realistic with all the plans you make for yourself. And we take their advice because we trust and respect them, although we don't necessarily believe that those are the things that we want to do. The second category of people that influence our lives are our peers and our friends. And they're also the main group that has the most negative comments and feedback, because they'll say stuff like, oh, you shouldn't be doing that, oh, that's too risque, and that would never work. And we take their feedback and believe it to be true for ourselves. And the third category outside of ourselves that influence our mindset is the news and the government, basically clouding our minds with all the negativity that they show. And that just puts us in a fearful and scarcity mindset. And the most important thing that influences our mindset is ourselves. We'll say, oh, I can't afford this, I can't do that, I'm not good enough for this. It's this type of thinking that will never get us to get out of our comfort zone and make real change for the better. All these negative influences and thoughts lead us to make many decisions in our lives that don't necessarily have our best interest at heart. So down the line, you'll find yourself in a job or a career that you don't care about, in relationships that are not meaningful. You have low self-esteem, you're broke, you're stressed, and you have no idea how you got there. Enough is enough. What did you say? So question number 2 was, how can we realize that we've reached this tipping point and say enough is enough? Well, unfortunately for many of us, we come to this realization when we're already at a rock bottom, we've stooped so low, just like in the example I gave earlier. Well, I'm here to tell you that this does not have to be your reality before you decide to make changes in your life. The first step in recognizing that you're at a tipping point is when you honestly and wholeheartedly sit down and reflect on your own life and understand where you stand in the major areas of your life, such as finance, career, family, and then ask yourself, is this what I really want to do with my career? Are my relationships fruitful and productive? Am I really satisfied from all the things that I do on a day-to-day basis? If the answer to most, if not all, of these questions is a no, then you should consider it as a personal tipping point, where you should say enough is enough and some kind of change needs to happen. Finally, number 3, the question where we ask, what do we need to do to create real change in our lives? Well, guys, you need to get pissed off. You need to get mad, and this should light up a fire in you to actually go and make the changes needed. You need to get uncomfortable being comfortable. If none of these emotions are present at the time where you're reflecting and deciding if some things need to change, or if you're asking yourself these questions, if none of these emotions are present, then no real change will come of it. You really need to get mad. Think about all the things that you could do today that will put you on the journey to start living a more purposeful life. What books can you read? What education can you pursue? And ask yourself all these types of questions. Just be resourceful and stop making excuses. So friends, I hope this video inspired you and created fire in you so you could chase your dreams and live out your soul purpose. If you got any value from this video, please click the thumbs up button and share it with your friends. We post videos every week, so don't forget to subscribe. Bye!
Ooh, la, la, la.